morning, everybody, and welcome to the BCSN Game Time Show. Look, one of the Jackson State contingent can come in right now because somebody else jumped into space, but we know who that someone is. Everybody say hello. Of course, joining us, we have Mr. A.D. Drew. We have Dr. Charles Bishop. And Professor Charles Bishop.
You got it right.
Doctor, he
you almost doctor.
It's coming.
You're a practical doctor.
There you go. And of course, Kelvin Carter. I am Roy Evans. This is the Black College Sports Network BCSN Game Time Show, live from the Gateway Center in College Park, Georgia, for the 2026 Pepsi SWAC basketball tournament presented by Buick. Woo! Got all that stuff out. First things first, guys. Rattlers struck again last night as we got out of here.
They struck a lot.
Came in and got that thing going, a 70-60 victory over Jackson State, and was able to come in and do some. So I'm going to let Charles go first today.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you take your hat off to Florida A&M. Good win last night in terms of taking down Jackson State. Jackson State, when you take a look at it, just injuries. Injuries, I think, were the story. With this Jackson State team coming into this tournament. No Deshaun Ruffin, and then you lose Jalen Tatum early in that game yesterday. So a lot of scoring punch was missing from the Jackson State offense. But, again, you take your hat off to Florida A&M. There's an old saying in golf, when you put the peg in the ground, you're ready to go. So Jackson State showed up, put the shoes on, and they were ready to go, and Florida A&M took it to them.
Listen, you're always going to be at a disadvantage when you are missing the SWAC Player of the Year out of your roster. Those are points, and not just the points. I think there's so much more that goes along with who he is as a player that would make a difference in that situation. Drew?
I mean, heck, Jackson State was missing, 3 of the top 10 scores in the SWAC, include the number 3 scorer in the nation. I mean, that's a little tough there, my brother.
It takes a little bite out of the little sting out of it. So,
and truth be told, Jackson State was still in the game probably until the 8-minute media timeout. They saw a little separation, and then after the last media timeout, FAMU just pulled away.
Yeah, and I was telling Wilton last night, we were down there in Media Row, and I said if Jackson State gets down 5 or 7, it's going to be tough because you just didn't see where the scoring was going to come from. So normally, if you have a Deshaun Ruffin, if you have a Tatum, or if you have a hot Jamie Mitchell, you can kind of make up the stagger. But just last night, just did not see where they could make up the stagger.
All right.
Yeah, I think I saw the same thing last night with Jackson. Ruffin's ability to penetrate, kick, and get guys open shots is really what made them dangerous. So last night it was always stagnant like the entire night.
Yeah.
And then the lack of post play.
Yeah.
And then but I did see in FAMU was a tendency with some turnovers that seemed like that they were unforced, especially down. And I know they were up, but the lob that they threw that went over and then coming down, I think. And there's a way that I was sitting there watching it, and I was like, I don't know if it's a good side or a bad side. You got to be able to take care of business, get ready for the next game. So, looking forward to seeing what they look like in their next game.
Yeah.
I want to know if somebody noticed something yesterday, and I kind of warned everybody about this coming into the tournament. Did y'all notice something about the teams that had the byes yesterday?
Yeah.
Versus the teams that played? Your Alcorn State ladies took one to the chin. But even the teams that did win with the bye, they struggled. The teams that came in that played yesterday had a little bit of a rhythm coming into the games yesterday. So just something that I noticed, because even let's go back to the first game. Alabama A&M and Florida A&M women. Alabama A&M struggled.
Yes.
And they snuck one up out of there. They were not supposed to win that game. Refresh me. Who was the second game? The men's game. Bethune lost.
Yeah, Bethune lost.
Bethune lost. Alcorn women could get it going, but and that was a support shooting game by both teams.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But and then yesterday it was a bit of a struggle. FAMU struggled until late against Jackson State, who had a little bit of a rhythm.
Yeah.
So
that's why I said moral victory. Jackson State was up at halftime.
Yeah. So just so you know, I gave you your props last night on that. We talked about that before you got in. You were standing back then and you ran off before I could let you hear it. But we talked about the fact that you said that the teams with the bye struggle. I think one of the things that FAMU was going to have to figure out, they're going to have to, I don't know what it was yesterday, but I think I counted them. And it was like they missed literally like maybe 25 layups.
Like a bunch of chippies.
I mean,
like,
just
yeah.
literally right at the rim. I mean, where your hand is at the rim and you, whatever. I don't know what they were doing, but I'm sure that Coach Ward is going to get that figured out and get that straightened out soon. Looks like we've got the dean joining us now as we start to get in and see. We're not sure where he is. Oh, there he is. Okay, there's the dean. How you doing there, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you all?
We're doing great.
Doing fine,
great.
Doc.
Just finished talking about the Florida A&M game last night over Jackson State, that victory. How there were some good things, some bad things, but things that got to get worked out. They move on. They'll be playing tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. What you want to say anything about that particular one in your MEAC gear?
I'm on my way to Norfolk. I'll be back to celebrate with y'all in the SWAC on Friday. But, some of us got to do double duty to make sure we expand BCSN because we do it all with all sports.
Well, that's the dean. The dean gets to fly around and do all that.
But with that being said, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that. I think y'all missed it. I mean, the theme of this year right now is survive and advance. Y'all kind of want things to be pretty. Y'all want things to be effective. Just survive and advance. Keep it moving. All that other good stuff that y'all gonna make things work. They got the W. That's the good thing. 2 seed, they get to play tomorrow. That means they accomplish their goal.
Definitely. And right now, we're in a battle. Right now, Jackson State's in a battle for their life is what it is. The Southern up 38-16. Came out, looked kind of sluggish. Not really sure what's going on, Charles. What we got going on?
It's a carbon copy of when Jackson State played Southern literally back in January. Almost the exact same halftime score. But you credit Southern. I mean, and Southern is one of those teams, it's going to be on-ball pressure. They're going to play lights-out defense, and it's going to be a struggle to score. And Jackson State is almost the same thing like with the men. They're down to 8 healthy bodies. And Southern's just throwing waves of people at them. It's very hard for them to even get the ball up court right now just to get to their offense. So it's just going to be a difficult road for Jackson State women. All
right, Chuck.
I just think they're shooting 3 for 22. They only had 1 point for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're having tremendous, that backcourt pressure is amazing back here on Southern's part. Forcing the turnovers, getting layups, a lot of and ones. We just sitting there watching that, and then JSU just seemed to be out of sorts on the offensive end.
Anything you want to say about this particular game so far?
Very, very Southernish. I mean, Southern's coming out to dominate. Probably the first blowout potentially that we have seen this entire tournament over the 3 previous days of this tournament. Should Jackson State not be able to figure out how to turn it on and turn it on very quickly in the third quarter, so we could potentially have our first garbage time game in the tournament.
Yeah,
well, this is the Boombox Classic, though. Boombox Basketball Classic, though.
Yeah,
I
said when the Boom and the Jukebox see each other, it's on site.
Right, they're making up for the game.
Right.
They didn't put a soundtrack.
But they got to do something to keep these folk entertained because it's not on the basketball court.
Yeah, it's tough on the basketball court.
Well, listen, we've got that game coming up. Of course, we'll get the second half of this game coming up.
Thank you.
After this one, we have who do we have playing in the men's game first?
Should be Alabama, A&M, and Texas Southern.
Texas Southern. A&M and Texas Southern are going to be coming in. Go ahead, Drew.
Alabama, Texas Southern win. We got all Texas semifinal.
All right.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, if that happens, we guarantee the Texas team in the final.
Okay.
Dr. Cavill, we get 2 Texas teams. Paycheck versus degree. Which one we going with, Dr. Cavill? Don't answer that on the air.
I just fundamentally believe that's where it's supposed to be. Texas team in the final. That's the way it was for a decade. I think we're just getting back to the normative state.
Well, most definitely. But let's talk a little bit about that game. Let's talk about what we have to look forward to. We know that the coach over there at Texas Southern is no stranger to postseason basketball. I know his name. I'm just using it for effect, man. We know he's no stranger to the postseason play, the tournament play, and that's when Texas Southern really doesn't. Coach Jones has his guys ready, normally to play at a level that usually surpasses most other coaches. With the way that Prairie View is played, with the upset, who are you giving the advantage to?
I think
got to be
first.
through Alabama A&M. But if we're taking a look at
And Charles, you skipping the subline. The coach that beat Jones in one of those finals.
You're right.
Now Alabama A&M.
Okay, you're right. My mistake. I missed that.
Yeah, and beat them. So before you talk about the semifinals, which is what I would prefer, and then we can get to Drew's real question in terms of who I'm pulling for. I can't say, but there might be some indication there because we got a coach that's on the line. Really, in a lot of ways, is fighting for his life, to be frank, and that's depending on who I root for, who is it more important for in those type of matchups. But I think you got an Alabama A&M team that is led by a coach in a lot of ways that we think the same way about Texas Southern coach in terms of his ability to get his team up for a postseason play. And while he has lost to Jones in the final, he's also beat Jones in the final. So he's been there a couple of times. So he's going to know how to steady the ship with his team. So I think what's going to be fascinating about this next game, this chess match between the two coaches, who will write the next chapter in regards to who will get the edge in terms of this coaching head-to-head matchup. When they played early this season, one of the things that Coach Jones talked about, he said he felt he was playing Grambling. They just were in Bulldog maroon colors.
Yeah.
In terms of Alabama A&M. So he sees no difference in terms of how they play the game, and he knows he will have his hands full to be able to get out of this next matchup. And they're 4-5, and that, which means same record. They're right there with each other.
Excellent point.
All right. So, look, I'm going to go ahead and shout our guy out, Dr. Paul Bryant down there at Alabama A&M. He kind of stuck me last night as we were headed out the gym, and I was giving them kudos on the Lady Bulldogs. I'm like, yeah, man, listen, we tried to give y'all a run for your money. And the thing, he was like, yeah, you just didn't run fast enough. I was like, oh, that hurt. That really hurt. You weren't supposed to do that. But we're going to go. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this game. We've actually got a suggestion that's going to be coming in as they get ready for the game. But let's go ahead and finish up because we got to get ready for the second half of this one. And we'll come back afterwards, of course, to talk about the upcoming games. Right now, Doc, we'll start with you. What do the Lady Tigers have to do to get back into this game?
They need to really get some turnovers, get some easy buckets, because trying to play and get baskets when you're setting up against Southern's defense is difficult for any team. And when you have a team that is not playing full with the stacked deck in terms of how deep they are, they got to find a way to get some ugly, easy baskets. They got to find a way maybe to get Southern in foul trouble to get to the line, and those things will help them get back into this matchup.
Calvin?
Hey, it's going to be an uphill battle, no turnovers, 10 stops, 5 scores. They might get back in it. Southern's going to win by 25.
This game is over. Storyline when we come back up. We started with 3. Now we only have 1 former NBA player left in the tournament. We'll talk about that next time we come on the air.
Well, Charles, I know they say it's over, but what do the Lady Tigers have to do in your estimation to get back into this?
I think Doc touched on it. They got to create some turnovers. But I think the big thing for Jackson State is they got to figure out some type of way to get the ball to Pierre Noel to show up, try to get some easy buckets for her, and hopefully, get some continuity on the offense. I mean, it's been a struggle just getting the ball out of the backcourt. I think that's been huge for Jackson State if they can just get to some sort of offense.
All right, folks, well, there you go. We're about to have the tip-off get back in, so we're going to get ready to take a quick break. We're going to come back with an interview. We got to shut this light off and get some things going. You're watching the BCSN Game Time Show live from the 2026 Pepsi SWAC Basketball Tournament presented by Buick. Oh, Doc, see, you know what? You're going to do it? Well, now I got to do it. We're going to do that now. We got you. But we'll be back after this break.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU image, a Kenny T's company.
From cancer care to accidental injuries to cardiac care, we all know that there are times that you can't control what happens in your life. But with Globe Life Family Heritage, you can be prepared to weather the storm when it comes. Call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com. With over 25 years of serving communities, Dr. Beverly Eagles Rogers is here to help you and your family through difficult times. Dr. Beverly takes pride in Globe Life being one of the few companies that returns 100% of premiums to clients that stay healthy. So for more information, call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
Oh, we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, authentic Caribbean cuisines.
Open up the door, tell them mama hungry.
It's the 37th annual Zora Festival. It's in Eatonville, Florida.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the BCSN Game Time Show live from the 2026 Pepsi SWAC Basketball Tournament presented by Buick. I am Roy Evans, but joining me right now is the gentleman, the man behind Social House Vodka, doing what they do, Mr. John. Hey, John, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing very well. Great to be here.
Well, listen,
thanks for having me.
Listen, we always love bringing folks in who are engaging and doing things in the HBCU diaspora, being around the culture and the history and everything. But tell us a little bit about your product.
Yeah, we've got a product called Social House Vodka. It's been the top craft vodka in North Carolina for about the last decade, but we are expanding nationwide. We've got e-commerce set up, and we're delivering to all 48 contiguous U.S. states. We've got distribution set up now in Georgia, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Florida, Alabama, moving into Texas, and we've partnered with a lot of different universities, with either the university or with the NI Collective, and we're giving a portion of the gross sales back to the schools to help pay college athletes.
Nice. All right. So let's talk a little bit about your involvement with Social House Vodka. Is this your product that you started, or are you just working with the company?
I'm one of the largest share owners. I'm one of the biggest investors. I think I'm probably the second largest shareholder in Social House. I invested in Social House back in 2023. So I've been part of the organization for a little bit over 3 years now, and I'm helping a lot with strategy and really grow the brand, and we're partnering with the SWAC conference and a lot of the schools, so it's been a lot of fun.
So you believe in the product is the best?
I believe strongly in the product, yes.
So tell us a little, now, I noticed you said product, so talk to us a little bit about what all you guys do.
We've got both vodka, but we also have seltzers, ready-to-drink seltzers, a lot of different flavors that we're making. So we're doing our own canning, And then we also do third-party manufacturing, where we white label, and we will make product or spirits for other organizations under their brand, but we have the distillery, and we're actually making it for them, and then they're selling it under their own brand. So we have our own proprietary brand, but then we also white label for other organizations as well.
Well, listen, if you haven't thought about it, then there's an opportunity to do the branded stuff with the colleges and stick that out there. You know, hey, listen, that'll get the sales, and I can know that's
Absolutely.
a way to get those sales drilled.
Absolutely. And we have special customized labels, different labels for every school.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we've got our proprietary brand label, but for instance, like Alabama State and Arkansas Pine Bluff, they each have their own custom labels that we've developed for them. And part of the sales for anything that's sold with their label on it goes back to the university.
Well, that's great, man. Listen, we'd love to get engaged with you. We'd love to sit around and talk about it. You know, with the Game Time show, we're all over the country. We go to the largest events out there. We cover more HBCU sports than anybody else. We can help you move it to the fans.
Hey, we are all about community. We're really happy to be partnering with a lot of the HBCU schools. It's a great cause, and people, you know, it's hard to raise money these days, and it's very competitive. You know, not everybody has the money like Ohio State does, where they can spend $40 billion on their football program.
Right? Yeah. Everybody is not Ohio State, so
that's right.
So let's do this. Is there any way you want to give people the information on your website, social media, how they can follow you guys?
Absolutely. You can find us online at socialhousevodka.com. You can follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook, Social House Vodka.
Yeah.
So we're big online. We love to get more involved with you and talk about it moving forward, and maybe sponsor some events with you.
Listen, we'd love to get that going on. Listen, the one thing we like to say is we tell folks we're going to be there regardless. We've been here for 25 years and we're not going anywhere.
That's fantastic.
Right? Great. So we look forward to that opportunity. We'll have those conversations. Folks, that's going to do it for us for right now. We're going to get ready to let you guys jump back into the game. We'll be back, of course, at the end of this game, going in between the two games to give the recap and the look forward. Look ahead. This is the BCSN Game Time Show live from College Park, Georgia.